Hey, what's up? It's Roy here. So today I have the OtterBox Defender series case here for my iPhone 14 Pro. It's going to set you back around $57 on Amazon, so I'll put some links down below if you're interested in buying it after watching this video. And big thank you and shout out to today's video sponsor, Simply Carbon Fiber. We'll chat about them in just a bit. So let's go ahead and take a peek at the actual case. So as you can see here with the Defender series, you get the actual case and you get the holster. So that's a really nice little combo that you get. And it's kind of traditional with the Defender series and the Defender Pro series case as well. But this one's not as rugged, quote unquote, as the Defender Pro. It's very simplistic, very flat, simple, nothing crazy like the lines like the Pro version. But it is a dual layer, multi-layer case. So when you take it apart, which you have to be able to install it, you have your flexible TPU outer shell, and then you have this harder polycarbonate shell that you have to take apart to install it. And as you can see here, these little spots here, that's kind of where you start to break it apart, and then you just peel it apart. So that's how you actually install it. This is the front part. This is what your phone goes in. It's very nice padded material here that says Drop Plus right there, which means it's Drop Plus to 4 times military standard with this case. So that's insane drop protection. So the way to install it's very simple. You place the phone inside of here, then you put the cover back on, and then essentially you just click it all around until you don't hear any more clicks. And once that is done, then that's it. Next step is grabbing the actual shell and just installing it. So the install process for this shell is actually pretty easy. So right here where it lines up, you just start pushing the shell on, and that's it. Like, it literally just clicks on very nicely and easily. Then you have your flap here, just push that in, push this flap in, and that's it. So there is the case installed. Super simple install process. You saw there, it's not very hard at all. With this back, it's very grippy. Like, the whole entire case is grippy, so you'll never have any issues at all with grip. No fingerprint issues, no smudging issues from the oils from your hands. Very easy to get in and out of your pocket, but with this grippier material, it does sometimes tend to grip a little bit to my pockets. Usually like with jean pockets, not really like khaki or like my golf shorts or golf pants, but jeans, it tends to do that a little bit. And it also tends to get a little bit of some lint as well from pockets. You got some OtterBox branding there, so like that. The camera cutout is very nice, high gloss black that surrounds it. They're nicely recessed in there, as you can see. Fairly flat, but nothing too crazy like that design. Looking at the sides here, we have some really great grip. I like this texturized grip that's up and down the sides. So it's very similar to the Defender Pro, which it actually ran all around the back, but this one just goes on the side where it's strategically placed where your fingers will hit. And then we have our volume, and then we have our squared raised power button there. And then looking at the bottom, as you can see, we do have our cutouts for the speakers and our flap port to cover it up so that way lint and stuff doesn't get in there. And then you just push it closed. And then on the side here, kind of the same thing, has that same kind of a braided looking grip right there. And then we have our volume up and down buttons. And then of course another flap that is covering up the alert slider there. And then looking at the top, that's the top down look. So looking at the front, we have a border that is fairly prominent. It's not like a slim case by any means, so but it's not like this giant super thick one either. But you have like the combination of that outer shell and then the TPU material on the outside, and then that's the look of the cutout for the speaker. So before we dive into the actual testing of the phone case, let's talk about today's video sponsor, Simply Carbon Fiber. So they're running a Black Friday special right now. So if you follow my actual URL, which is simplycarbonfiber.com/Roy, it's going to take you to their website, and you're going to see a ton of genuine real carbon fiber products that Simply Carbon Fiber makes. They make wallets, sunglasses, phone cases, you name it. All of it is genuine carbon fiber But with their Black Friday special, it's up to 70% off all of their products, which is insane. Like, for example, this forged carbon fiber wallet is around $75 right now, and it's a genuine, real forged carbon fiber wallet. Absolutely love it. It's minimal, fits in my pocket just fine. I like this one because it has a clip where you can put money in and slide it in and out pretty easily. Fold up some bills, there you go. The inside of it, you have this little portion here where you can push your cards in and out, and it can hold up to 7 cards. Now, I can tell you that I have been able to squeeze in 8, and I felt like it did just fine. But once again, I can technically do 8, maybe even 9 sometimes, but 7's the sweet spot. So like I said, very easy to get the cards in and out. And if I wanted just to pop them back in, then I can do so very easily. So like I said, for something that's simple, sits in my pocket, especially like if I'm wearing gym shorts, I really, really like this actual styling of a wallet / money clip. So like I said, make sure to go to that link. It's simplycarbonfiber.com/Roy. Check out their Black Friday deals. It ends on the 25th, so you got a week or so to jump on and check out their stuff. So there you have it, guys. Big thank you once again to Simply Carbon Fiber for sponsoring this video. And now let's jump right back into the actual testing of the phone. So wobble test first. Face down test is completely flat, no issues or shaking. And then back down, yeah, it's a little bit different story. It's kind of normal and typical with 14 Pro cases, but when I hit that corner opposite of the actual camera bump, that's where we start to get that shaking going on. So next, let's see how clicky and tactile the actual buttons are. So let's start with that power button first. Volume up and down. Okay, so buttons actually pass with flying colors on this case. So a lot of the OtterBox cases that I've been testing lately, the buttons are clicky, but they're not giving me that clicky, satisfying sound. But these actually do. So they're responsive. They make that sound when I click it. So all in all, I think they very much passed the clicky button test. Next, let's go ahead and see how easy it is to get to this alert slider. There is one knock. You have to push that flap up, which can be annoying. But once you start to figure out how to do it, it's not that difficult to do it. You just kind of have to make sure you're leaving your finger in there to have that flap lifted up. But once, like I said, once you figure that part out, it's not that difficult. And then last but not least, before we get to the holster, let's do the MagSafe test. So as you can see there, it is MagSafe charging compatible. So even though it is a dual layer case, my MagSafe charger is getting to the phone and actually wirelessly charging it. So that is a plus. The only downside is there is no built-in magnets and that connection isn't that strong. So yes, it will MagSafe charge it, but it's really only going to be meant for when you have it like on your desk or something like that. So if you have like a MagSafe charging accessory in your vehicle, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna stay on it. Even like with mounted ones in your room, it's not gonna work. It's just gonna slide right off. And now the holster. It's nice. I always make fun of holsters, but at the end of the day, especially if you're someone that wears your shirt tucked in a lot, but you want your phone very accessible, obviously you can clip this to your belt and you're good to go. Very nice construction though. It's a hard shell. The actual clip here actually will click in to stay in place as a kickstand, and then if you wanted to release it, you just push that button and it closes. It is rotatable, if that's a word. I don't know, is rotatable a word? I don't know, that just sounded weird when I said it, but it can rotate, so that is awesome. So like I said, you can put the phone case in face down if you wanted to. Or if you wanted to take advantage of the actual kickstand side of things, clicks in, and then now you have a kickstand. And it holds up well. Like if you do it different directions, you can do it this way if you wanted to. You can actually flip it over if you wanted to and have it sitting like that where it's leaned back a little bit more. So that is an option. As you can see, it is very wobbly if you do it that way. but that is an option. Or you could even have it clicked like this and have it sitting a little bit laid back as well. So there's a few different options. There's not a ton of great options for like portrait mode. As you can see there, it just kind of falls. And then if I did it this way, kind of the same scenario, but it actually stays up that way. So if you do it this way, like that, it will actually stay up in portrait mode. So if you wanted to do that, I don't really see why a lot of people would leave it like that, because you can't like do a Zoom call or something because it's like looking up, but just something to point out that it technically can stay in portrait mode. And then to release it, that's it. You just do that right there. So super, super simple. So there we have it, guys. There is the Defender case here for the iPhone 14 Pro. Like I said, they do make it for all the iPhone 14s. So I'll put as many links down in the description as I can from Amazon. So that way, if you want to buy it, then it's going to be there. But if you are someone that likes a rugged case, then you know what you're getting when you buy an OtterBox case, right? They've been around for years. They're very well respected. It's not as thick as the Defender Pro, but it still gives you that insane drop protection and that very, very grippy pattern as well. So that way you don't feel like it's gonna slide out of your hand. So hit that like button if you liked the video. If you loved it, please subscribe. Ring that notification bell for up-to-date content. So be safe, God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.